Thank you, everybody. Welcome, startups, investors, and partners. This is our 123rd event. Crazy, it's Pitch at ED. So who are we? Open People Network is a community-first company where we've partnered globally with all the great people that support the ecosystem, including yourselves. We thank you guys for being here. We couldn't have done it really without you. Our fund is called the Supporters Fund. It's an early stage fund, and we invest in the areas of deep tech, fintech, and impact CPG. So far, we've invested in over 30 disruptive startups across North America. Last year, I did over 3,000 pitch reviews with startups. And in events like this, we had over 300 companies pitch. Last year, we started our growth partner program and we added 30 new partners. We are backed by over 40 business angels and our global community is over 100K and growing. Behind this is Jeffrey and I. If you haven't connected with us on LinkedIn, you can find us there. We've known each other for the last 10 years. We're both ex-software engineers. Jeffrey's a serial entrepreneur. He's part of 7 different angel groups, and he's been investing in startups for a really, really long time. Here are those growth partners that I was talking about. You can check them out online. If you think your company can support other startups, reach out to me. We can go through that process and get you added. And then if you would like to see another company added within here that you would like discount support, that kind of thing, let us know and we can do our best to reach out and get them added. Are you looking to sell your startup? Well, probably not. That's why you're here. But one day you might be, and you might know somebody that is. We're starting to look at the M&A space. You can find a form online to fill that out as well. If you didn't know, Jeffrey has a podcast called Ask an Investor. We're currently on episode 137. You can listen to it on your favorite application, or you can find it on also on YouTube. So you can find us on Slack if you haven't joined it. It's easy. Go to our main website, openpeoplenetwork.com, and there's a button there that says connect on Slack, and you can start networking today with our community. Hardboot, this is where I started working with Jeffrey 10 years ago. We started helping tech startups building their applications, getting them to market, all that great stuff. Today, we focus on resourcing. We have affordable startup flexible package plans for startups with resources such as developers, designers, project managers, analysts, and more. We also offer a free consultation to go through where you are at right now and how we can help scale and grow faster. So my ask to you is if you need any work done, I'd love to have a chat about it. Or if you have anybody that you know that needs this service, we would love to have a referral and we greatly appreciate it. So what does today look like? We play the videos live. There's no live pitches. There's no live Q&A, but you can do the Q&A through the chat. Do know that I can't use the chat through the video. I'm happy to talk after, and it's just simply because it messes up the video. But Jeffrey is going to be doing all the chatting. Don't worry. So while you're doing this, you can vote for your favorite pitches. Jeffrey shared the forum. He'll reshare it as people join as well. And then I ask you to support everybody that you can. That's why we're here. Connect with people on the chat and take it offline. Put your LinkedIn, your email, all that great stuff. For all the startups here today, if our fund would like to move forward with you, we will totally be in touch. Do not worry. Add us to your investor list and keep in touch with us so we don't forget about where you guys are at. So thank you to everybody for putting in the work to do these videos today. We really appreciate it, and we're thrilled that you're here. So here we go. If everybody can mute and sort of turn off their video, it will help with the quality of the sound.
Hi, my name is Amir Abdalov. I'm founder and CEO of CallPanda. Every day, thousands of business owners, managers, recruiters are making hiring mistakes. Employers look at resumes and track record, but ignore soft skills. For example, how can you measure creativity, flexibility, and motivation of a sales manager using scientifically proven methods? How can you measure compassion for an HR director you're about to hire? Well, the problem is real, and the opportunity to help companies make good hires, automate hiring, and soft skills assessment is enormous. We are disrupting $519 billion market with average annual growth rate of 14%. So what's the solution? CallPanda is a talent platform that allows job seekers test their soft skills, create public profiles, share a story by posting a short video resume, and find jobs for free. From the other hand, we charge business customers for access to our database of applicant profiles. In addition, businesses can invite potential candidates to vacancies from the public video feed, ask candidates to record video interviews with real-time emotions tracking using machine learning, and measure candidates' soft skills and hard skills online. We believe that process of finding personnel should be entertaining. People are tired of reviewing resumes and are willing to watch a short video to see the potential candidate in action. Resume is not telling your story, in contrast to video. We are self-funded, received our first revenue of $27,000 and $36,000 for 2 consecutive months. We are raising 1.5 million capital at 10 million pre-money valuation. The raised funds will help us grow our product and sales teams 2 times, win more candidate profiles with video interviews, and open our office in San Francisco. I am sure we will reach a 10 billion fair value mark within 8 years, and I wanted you to be part of our success.
Hi, Open Network. My name is Sahaj and I'm the founder and CEO of Blup. So Blup is a desktop application that helps founders, entrepreneurs, mid-scale companies, large-scale companies to create mobile application graphically. So if I just talk about the typical app development cycle, so it all starts from the idea stage, then you give it to the UI UX team, then it goes to the coding stage, then to the testing, and then to the end users. And from the end users, you get the feedback, either it goes to the UI UX team or to the coding team. And this whole cycle keeps on repeating itself. But the biggest problem over here is like you need multiple people for multiple stages, and then you have to spend a lot of money in to build this whole software, and you have to wait for 8 to 9 months to get this application out and then to the end into the hands of the users. So this is where Blup comes in. So what it does is it reduces the amount of knowledge that you need to create the mobile application. And in place of spending 8-9 months building the app, you can just get it done in a couple of weeks at the fraction of cost. So it is done. So you start by designing your UI just like you do in Figma, and then you can just power those design through our pre-built logic system, which helps you to create the complex logics, and then you can add in the backend, and then you can just test the application out and give it to the users. If I just talk about our team, so I'm Sahaj, Ashutosh is co-founder and the CTO. Pawan is senior developer. Om, Varun, Shan, and Rajni are taking care of go-to-market strategies and going out into the users' hands. And Blup and Sandeep is taking care of Blup services to provide them services whoever is looking to create application through Blup. If I just talk about fund allocation, so we are looking for 7 million raise at 47 pre-money valuation. We have raised our previous round at 86K at 1.1 pre-money valuation, and we are going to use the amount that we will get for mostly for the GTM and community building and the product side. So this is all from my end, and I'm hoping to looking forward to meeting you guys. So yeah, thank you.
With the proliferation of online shopping has come the catastrophic flooding of e-commerce returns. It's a no-brainer, really. The reverse logistics process is so unsustainable, inefficient, and expensive that massive retailers will simply liquidate or trash their returns instead of trying to resell it. And this has resulted in the National Retail Federation stating that the value of returned goods in the States alone is $761 billion. This is crazy and it cannot continue. Enter Artello, a smart and circular solution for e-commerce returns management. We're driven by data, we're driven by AI, we have an incredible engine that calculates the most profitable route for every single item. We enable authorized partners and resellers to inspect and validate and resell that item locally instead of sending it via the reverse logistics process. We're an incredible team with a mighty punch who is saving our customers millions of dollars while processing millions of transactions at a time. We're looking for investors who believe in our solutions. We're looking for B2B opportunities with massive retailers with thousands of returns every day. And we also believe in thought leadership, where innovation and impact come together to reduce carbon, to reduce landfills, and to do good for the planet. If you are this person, I am happy to talk. My name is Wani, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Otello, and look forward to doing great things with you. Thank you very much.
Get home sooner. Rentbasements.com. Find the perfect rental unit in a basement rental listing on rentbasements.com. Landlords list key features and amenities using our vast options available on rentbasements.com. Attract the right tenants more easily and more effectively with a 3D 360 walkthrough video tour of your basement rental. As well, tenants can create great postings of basement rentals sought after in the private member gallery area. These listings will only be seen by registered landlords that are interested in viewing these postings created by prospective tenants. As well, prospective tenants can benefit greatly on rentbasements.com by utilizing our rental calculator, our great comparison feature that compares side by side numerous rental listings and key features such as square footage, sharing options, city, postal code, and amenities, as well as other options. We will look forward to you using rentbasements.com to get home sooner.
What is the name of your business?
Somoto Media.
What is your business in one sentence?
Brand safe influencer marketing for companies and even the most heavily regulated industries.
What is the problem you're solving?
We provide a solution for companies that don't have easy access to influencer marketing, like companies in financial services, healthcare, and B2B.
What is your specific solution?
We have a platform, a network of amazing influencers and compliance know-how to help businesses reach, engage, and acquire customers.
How do you make money?
We sell content and campaigns to clients.
How much revenue do you plan to do this year?
1.6 million.
How did you come up with the idea?
We needed an effective and compliant way to get people interested in what publicly traded companies were doing.
Why should an investor trust you with their money?
We have a scalable platform and an awesome team.
If someone was to invest in your business right now, what would you do with the money?
We build new services.
What is the scrappiest thing you've done to build the business?
I've had my friends donate their services.
And how big can this business be?
We're on the path to do 10 million by 2025, and it's a $16 billion global market.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hi, my name is John Astor.
Hi, I'm Dionysius Nyangau.
And we are Green Planet Agritech, LLC. Here's what we're planning to do. 1 greenhouse first, and then in 5 years, 65. You can see that the problem is enormous, and there's never enough and only availability seasonally. Our pilot greenhouse has been thoroughly researched, and everything is in place to start immediately. With our highly experienced plant scientist, our Deep Canyon network, our team will deliver the best quality and natural products with excellent profits. Our patent-pending, multi-level DWC growing environments will have an easy-to-use, space-optimizing, daily supply, and a never-seen quality. Here you could see the numbers breakdowns for growing size, plant volume, and sales prices to derive the income projections. Now, a larger and longer-term overview of our plan. You could see that market demand will almost never be met.
Projected team growth will be 30 to 2,000 workers and 50 to 10,000 open-air distributors in 5 years. Our median projection is $3.6 million annually. With 64 greenhouses in 5 years, the projected minimum annual income will be $160 million. Our open air marketing strategy will give direct income to 10,000 to 160,000 households in 5 years. The project is designed to offer the best quality food with zero negative impact to our environment. Thank you for listening to us. We invite investors on board to work on this noble project.
Hi, hello, Orkan here from UWater, and our project is conversion-focused e-commerce platform for small and medium businesses. A bit of introduction about who we are. We are second-time founders with one exit. Previously, we have built one of the top 50 Shopify applications in the category of the CRO, conversion rate optimizations. And after building it 2.5 years, we've got a lot of demand, and it was finally acquired by the Boston-based venture studio in 2021 November. Then we have reinvested some of our funds to the UWater, and in the last 6 months, we have validated its potential with over 150 early adopters. The problem we found out while talking with customers, basically merchants from the WooCommerce, Shopify, BigCommerce, and different e-commerce platforms, it was that they are complaining about using a lot of third-party tools, which comes with additional cost and also affecting the page performance and speed, so which is really bad for conversions. And the idea was here to combine all the essential conversion and automation tools inside of the UWater and provide the high-speed storefront for our merchants. And beside of our competitors, we are not charging commissions and extra fees for all of this. We have simple pricing, basically. I'm going to show in the next slides. The product itself consists from the admin panel, where they can easily add the products, manage the customers, orders, add some extra extensions if they need, also customize the storefront as per their design and style. So this is how it looks like. This is an example on the right side, the basic storefront that we provide. By the way, it's 30% faster than the Shopify standard templates. So, and our pricing is very simple. We provide the free plan as well, and the different plans are also limited based on the quotes of the sales per year. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.
In 2017, U.S. citizens spent $2.3 billion on medical services abroad, particularly in Latin America. According to the CDC, the most common procedures that people undergo on medical tourism trips include dental care, cosmetic surgery, and fertility treatments. However, the CDC also lists medical tourism as being risky, with quality of care and lack of regional trust being major risks associated with the industry. Our team over at HealthPass is on a mission to change that. Our solution to this problem was to create North America's first online marketplace for medical tourism packages, the Expedia of medical tourism. Medical facilities can host their services on the HealthPass app, allowing patients to compare rates, securely transfer their EMRs, and find the right medical facility for them. As of right now, HealthPass has secured 9 vendors across Mexico, offering everything from dental to orthopedics at well below market rates, while ensuring a high quality of care. We are an award-winning venture-backed startup based in Toronto, Canada, so get in touch and help us change healthcare.
Hello, my name is Peter Oke, co-founder and CEO of Cash. My co-founders and I share a passion for prosperous Africa. We believe it is possible to democratize access to credits while reducing the cost of private credits in Africa. From our market research, we learned that 4 out of 5 working class individuals turn to their close family and friends to get funds to meet their emergency cash needs due to limited or no access to credit here in Nigeria. With that understanding, we went on to create a one-stop shop for emergency cash cover, so individuals don't have to run out of cash. Cash is a marketplace for emergency credits, where credit seekers can meet instant credit providers. These credit seekers can access up to 500,000 naira for a duration of up to 30 days. Our team comprises of experienced founders in fintech, edutech, and logistics. We have bootstrapped the company for a year, and so far we have built our MVP. We're now looking to raise $500,000 through a SAFE to take the products to market and expand our engineering team. Our primary ask is for access to mentors and advisors with strong track record building or scaling community banking related products. Thank you.
Hi, we are Bundle, and we are here with the mission to reimagine gatherings together. What's the problem, first off? Well, in-person gatherings are deeply broken. You're putting a bunch of people into a room, and it can get quite awkward for those attending.
What's the solution? Bundle. We create highly personalized board games that facilitate conversation and connection, and a whole lot of laughs.
And the team behind it, I'm Cassie Collier, and I'm joined by my sister, Jackie Collier. And so we know a thing or two about making gatherings special. I graduated from Harvard, did the Peace Corps, and spent 5 years on Wall Street.
I have my master's in acting. I'm a children's acting coach, and I was the creator, producer, and host for Hallmark Channel's official podcast.
To date, we've had some exciting traction. First, despite in-person gatherings declining due to the pandemic, our revenue grew from 24% year over year for custom board games. And we see a 73% profit margin per custom game.
We also broke into the summer camp space. And with 12,000 summer camps across the US, there's loads of potential in this market.
Last, we partnered with the CEO of the Hallmark Channel to create a custom game for their movies, landing us in 30 stores across the US. In addition, media outlets, including Brides, Yahoo, and The Knot, have written about our game. Our ask is $1.2 million in a pre-seed round, safe financing, in order for us to double down on partnership and licensing opportunities.
We would also love to be connected with executives at streaming platforms so we can make custom games for their TV shows or culture teams at companies.
Thanks for listening, and help us to reimagine gatherings.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I'm the founder of Fat Leaf Water. We are a cactus water-based sports hydration beverage that takes all the naturally occurring elements in the cactus and packages them up into our hydration drink filled with antioxidants, electrolytes, and taurine. We had a successful Kickstarter campaign that allowed us to launch our ready-to-drink line. The response that we got from our customers was super positive in terms of the nutritional profile. However, overwhelmingly, they were asking us for a powder packet for convenience and eco-friendliness. And now we have the solution. We are the first cactus water-based beverage that will be available in powdered packets, maintaining our nutritional profile, yet now in a convenient and eco-friendly way. Our team is made up of myself. I am the founder. My background is in retail and wholesale baking entrepreneurship, and also I'm the founder of Canteen, a video production company that makes commercials for food and beverage brands. Ruth is my co-founder. She has a background in engineering and nutrition, having helped win PS20, the New York City Wellness Council of the Year Award. And then we have our advisor, is Ariel Glazer, former CEO and co-founder of Kombucha, which was acquired by AB InBev in 2016, and Doug Lambert. He is a veteran entrepreneur, investor, and business exec, and the founder of Glance Venture Studio and Advisory. And here you'll see the breakdown of our raise. We currently have a campaign on WeFunder. We're raising $250,000. We also have $71,000 so far in soft commitments. We're raising at a $2 million valuation on Safe Notes. And you'll see here that our breakdown includes about 30% for ingredients, 30% for operations, and 30% for marketing. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Cheryl, and I'm here with Keith Q, and we're the creators of Incognito, the social media app where privacy and connectivity meet. Social media, the applications on our phones that we'd love to hate but can't seem to get away from. Not only do they provide us with hours of entertainment, but they also allow us to remain connected with family and friends. But in using social media for exactly what they're made for, staying connected, we're giving away more and more of our privacy. I'm not just talking about data privacy. Most social media platforms run ads, generate revenue. I'm talking about personal privacy and your presence online. Let me give you a few examples. Think back to a time when you're walking down the street or at a restaurant and you end up being in someone else's photo. My first thought usually is, oh gosh, I hope they didn't get me in that photo, or I hope they don't post that photo online. In the second photo is of a stock photo of a little girl who's just about to enter grade 1. It's a pretty typical picture that any proud parent would share. In a 2018 study, though, it is exactly this type of photo that would make up 2/3 of identity fraud cases by the year 2030.
The solution? Incognito. Incognito allows you to have the same connectivity as other social media apps while also protecting your privacy. It uses AI-powered facial recognition technology so that the only people who can see your photos are friends or people who you've given special permission to. Compared to our original examples, you'll notice that the faces in these photos have been blurred out because the people in them have not given special permission to view them in this platform. In the case of influencers, content creators, or other public figures, there will be options to set their accounts to always visible so that their audiences can always enjoy their content. No other platform provides a level of privacy and connectivity quite like Incognito. Either data privacy is non-existent or connectivity is reduced. With Incognito, we put you in control of how much you want to share. As part of our standard service, you get to decide how your images are shared, and for a small subscription fee, you get to opt out of sharing your data with advertising partners entirely. Thanks for your time.
Welcome. My name is Terry Entler, and I am the President and CEO of Healers Pet Care. Healers Pet Care is your one-stop shop for pet health products. Our platforms of products enable pet owners to manage their pet health needs at home, reducing this need to visit a veterinarian and saving pet owners a lot of money. We are in high demand. We've already hit well over 4 million sales. The pet wellness market is booming. It's over $65 billion. And we've had great traction being in Target, CVS, Walmart, and more to come. We're asking you to come along and be part of this lucrative pet wellness market and help us grow. We're solving a major problem that customers are seeing. Pets are family. They want over-the-counter solutions so they don't have to go to a costly veterinarian, and retailers are recognizing this high demand and they're scrambling to meet it. They're coming to us looking for these types of solutions. The way we're going to hit well over $20 million in the next couple of years is to have the right products at the right time. Pet wellness is no longer just pet specialty. It's in mass, sporting goods, hardware, convenience, and even travel, and 7-Elevens are coming to us. Pet health products are everywhere. We have a great team. All of us have well over 30 years experience and winning in our designated field. And we'll be continuing to add to this team. We're looking to raise $1 million so that we can hit these key milestones and bring you as our investors an excellent return on that investment. So come join us, help us grow, and prepare us for an exit within just a couple of years, and you're going to see a great return on this investment. Thank you for your time, and I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Magda Ordenic and I'm the founder and CEO of GetTech. Flare 3D is a SaaS application for construction management that can save 20% of time and cost per project. It helps to visualize buildings, IoT sensors, simulations, and related data in a 3D space and manage projects more efficiently by using digital twins of buildings. We are solving a typical problem in construction, which is extra project cost resulting from inefficiency and limited number of affordable digital solutions for project management. Because all of that, projects are typically 20% over time and over budget. Our solution to this is an online tool which provides access to digital twins of buildings, centralized technical database of 3D models, drawings, sensors, schedules, and features, which help to review and analyze building data and performance during construction, remotely, anytime, and anywhere. Our core team has jointly more than 80 years of international experience in construction technology implementation, 55 years of software development, and more than 30 years of business development in Silicon Valley. Our unfair advantage comes from engaging Trevor, who had 3 successful exits developing tools for construction industry, Mark, CIO of the largest construction company in Canada, and Carl, who used to work for our competitor as VP of Business Development. We utilize B2B business model. As a SaaS application, we offer monthly subscription at a lower cost than the competition. We can also generate 3D models as a service and integrate our solution with other applications. In terms of traction, we have raised $300K to develop our MVP and are finishing version 2 of Flare as we speak. We acquired 200 users testing our products. We also are generating more than $100K annually. We are currently starting our fundraising round of 1 million pre-seed investment, which would help us to grow and get more users, and finally bring us to 1 million revenue within a year. Our valuation currently is 6 million pre-money. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Joy, and I'm going to be presenting Brighter Investment. Over 600 billion USD is lost each year in the earning potential of high potential students that do not have access to post-quality secondary education. As a company, we developed a data-driven investment-led model for higher education financing. Our solution leverages a unique underwriting algorithm that allows us to be able to select high potential students, fund their education, and be able to collect attractive returns for our investors. As a business, we charge 15% on each investment and 5% on the repayments that come in from students. So an investment of about 9,000 USD would result in a 44% return on investment per student. Based on this, we project that by 2030, would have been able to collect 35 million USD in revenue. In terms of traction, we've been able to support over 450 students so far, and we've been able to collect over 60,000 USD from these students till date. We still currently have a 0% default rate on our investment portfolio. Combined, our team has 29 years of work of experience in leading and managing teams and projects, and in working in the technology, finance, education, and communication sector. We also have experience in marketing, sales, business development, as well as international business consulting. As a company, we are asking for 500,000 USD in debt, financing, equity, and donations. This is to support 1,000 new students in Ghana and expand to a second country. We project that this will generate over 2 million USD in revenue over the next few years. Thank you.
In Bit Mexicana, we are changing the Mexican wine industry for producers and consumers. And while 70% of consumers actually like to buy in marketplaces, Mexican wine consumers have to go and visit many different websites or go to many retail stores to find their products. Bit Mexicana connects consumers and retailers with the largest Mexican wine variety of wines available through an omni-channel solution. We have a different model that consists first on retail sales. We have online with our site and marketplaces, and also offline with restaurants and retail stores. We have a recurrence model, mainly a wine club, and we also sell wine experiences. We compete in a very large market. We have a total TAM of 80 billion, but we're aiming to get a 20 million SOM by 2027. Mexican wine is growing 238% quite aggressively compared to the rest of the industry, each time with more quality. We are not a new company. We have already 7 years in the market, and we have very good traction and results driven for these past 7 years. Our go-to-market strategy is mainly focused on B2C, going with the website, marketplace, and wine club. B2B, growing restaurants, retail stores, and corporate sales, and also exports, aiming to start selling to the States. Of course, we are not alone. There are other competitors here in Mexico, and we are a full team in order to guarantee this execution and implementation of all the projects that we have in mind. We are aiming to get a strategic partner that can help us really fully develop our company. We are raising $1 million in order to acquire 10,000 new online paying customers, 200 B2B customers in Mexico, and also start exports and get 14,000 online US paying customers. We will be investing mainly in B2C, B2B, as you can see in the pies, and also in marketing and sales as our core activities. We are projecting an aggressive sale in many different channels. That will be our forecast. And of course, if you need any further information, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, my name is Rangita Joshi. I'm a serial entrepreneur and currently a founder at Search. It's no secret that disposable cups are an environmental disaster. We're drowning in disposable waste, with about 500 billion cups being used annually and about 99% of them ending up in landfills and oceans. But we can see the change happen now, with lawmakers, consumers, and cafe chain like Starbucks taking action against plastic pollution. We all know that reusable cups are the most obvious solution. But for drinking a beverage that only takes about a few minutes, are we supposed to carry a big bulky cup for the whole day? Zilch can fold down to about 70% smaller than a regular cup, making it portable and travel friendly. Our patent pending lock and seal technology prevent any unexpected abrupt collapses when you're trying to drink and makes the cup 100% leak proof. And with the double walled stainless steel makes the cup insulated so you can enjoy hot or cold beverages on the go and fold the cup back into your pocket when you're done. We launched Zilch on Kickstarter in 2022 and raised over $220,000 in sales in just 30 days of campaign. We're currently raising $500,000 at a safe note with a post-money valuation cap of $5 million, and we also offer a 20% discount on the safe. Our design team includes the expert from the industry, including the founder of HydroFlask, Travis Rosbach, and our business advisors come from various backgrounds, including direct-to-consumer, operations, and CPG e-commerce. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vinod Kete, the founder and CEO of Vectra. By way of introduction, engineers design mechanical parts and systems using 3D CAD software, but to actually manufacture these parts and systems, you also need engineering drawings, and that's a very time-consuming process. The problem that's faced by manufacturing companies and architecture/construction firms is that it takes several weeks to go from the 3D CAD models to the engineering drawings, which are necessary for assembly and construction. And the QC process also that they employ is not very effective. It's human-based and it fails quite frequently. Auto2D is our solution to this problem. Auto2D is a robotic process automation platform which automates the generation of engineering drawings. It's been proven out already on several live programs and demonstrated to reduce lead time from weeks to hours, reduce cost by about 50%, and also a dramatic reduction in the quality control workload as well. Auto2D is a very sophisticated platform that took several years to build, and it partially runs on AWS for scalability. I have more than 30 years experience in the US auto industry, and we also have a very capable advisory board who are guiding Vectra as we scale up and get connected to some really large companies in the world who are our true target market. Our org chart is already built up. We need to hire a lot more people under these managers, and we also need to hire a sales team to scale up. Our bridge round, which is ongoing, is for 2.25 million, out of which we've already raised 475K. It's a convertible note with a 10 million valuation cap and a 20% discount. And in terms of additional things we would like, we would want marketing and strategy and support, and also connections in the Canadian defense and manufacturing sectors. Thank you.
My name is Chelsea, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Enter. This is a classic product label that you'll find on any packaged food or beverage product. What most people don't realize is how much of this label is regulated by the FDA. Food and beverage companies spend 2 to 5 times more on compliance than other industries, yet they still lose $45 billion per year on mislabeled products. We're solving this problem by building Enter. Enter is an automated SaaS platform that empowers food and beverage companies to create healthier, more sustainable products by giving product developers all the compliance data they need at their fingertips. Enter centralizes communication in one platform, saving hours of back and forth and platform switching, improving internal efficiency, decreasing the risk of mislabeling, and making Enter a true mission-critical software that saves costs and drives revenue. We're beta testing with 7 mid-market food and beverage companies, including Daily Harvest, Yumi, and Bell Carter Foods. We'll pilot with these companies in late spring and launch this summer. Our team's experience spans food and beverage, business and compliance law, and successfully starting and selling 2 software companies. I studied nutrition and dietetics at NYU and was the 6th hire at a food startup called Yumi, which has gone on to raise $100 million. At Yumi, I learned how complicated compliance is for food and beverage, so I left to launch Enter. We're raising $250K to complete and launch our MVP. We're looking for introductions to potential angel investors and potential customers, specifically R&D team members at mid-market food and beverage companies. Thank you so much for supporting Enter.
Hello everyone. StoryMirror is India's leading creator technology platform. Do you know that there are more than 500 people who wish to be a writer across the world? And writing is the second biggest career option that people search for in the internet. But writers are still unrecognized, undervalued and underpaid due to the outdated processes and structure of the content industry. StoryMirror is on a mission to remove barriers of the writers and bringing them to the mainstream. The business model is a very simple one. Writers are the heart of the entire design, where all the requirements related to writers are revolving within StoryMirror. Be it the ghostwriter, be it the editing service, be it content writing, ebooks, books, podcasts, subscription services, OTT and movie related content creation, influence related content creation, and creating contents for the school kids. Everything under one umbrella. We are currently having close to 60,000 writers who have contributed to over 900,000 content pieces in 10 different languages. We are constantly generating revenue and we have surpassed over $100,000 revenue per quarter in this financial year. Our revenue is getting doubled year on year for consecutively for 3 years. So in the next 5 years, we aspire to generate a revenue over $61 million and the overall market size is over $20 billion only in India. Our ask is $1 million for $12 million pre-money.
Awesome. So if you guys can turn your video on, ask questions if you want. We have about 15 minutes for we're open to take some questions, but I will just like to say that I think I always say this, but I do think that this was one of the best groups we've had, and we've done many of these. So lots of amazing pitches. You guys did, it was great. So the only thing I would add that I think is always a good practice is to add your logo literally on every slide, just in case, because you like forget which company name it was at the beginning, and they're like, hey, which company was this? So just so that in case. It's helpful to remember.
Throw a couple of other things that are always going to be helpful. It doesn't matter if you're doing a 60-second pitch into a room, or you're an elevator pitch, or you're doing a 2-minute or a 5-minute or 7-minute pitch. Try to focus 1 or 2 slides or 1 slide on the solution, on the problem, and the rest of it's on how do you make money. Even if you're not raising, your focus is always about raising. You're always selling. I posted a few times just in comments and for different businesses, but the key is that when you're pitching, you're always trying to help the investor envision how this business is going to be scalable, how this business makes money, where the money comes from. Because at the end of the day, if the investor can't get hooked onto the solution, that are going to be sold on the value. And what the value is that how fast can you start to print money? A lot of the times we get caught pitching the product and how great the product is, and we forget to share market size and how big the business can grow. There's a lot of different elements that tie into that, and some of you use the, your TAM, etc. So these are all good points, but you want to be consistent. It's always showing and trying to blast out as much as you can around how this business is going to make money. Everybody knows that life is short, so you can only invest in so many companies, and you can only go for so long in a company that has a 20% year-over-year growth. So you really do have to show how you can scale this up to get investors tied in, so they're in and out in 7, which is a typical fund structure. What a VC would be investing is 7 years, and there's a reason for that. So if you have any other questions, feel free to turn your camera on and ask, or you can post it in the chat. Happy to answer any questions. We also have another one of our investors on the call, which is Jeff Wallace out of San Francisco. He can post his LinkedIn as well. I'm sure he loves to have lots of more questions from everybody in the background as well, but we're happy to answer any questions that pop to mind. And as I mentioned, you can post them in chat, or you can reach out through LinkedIn or other means. Perfect. Well, I'm going to ask a question just because I'd rather keep the conversation going, as we have 10 minutes remaining. And I'll ask Jeff the first question. So Jeff, when you're evaluating a company, what are 3 things that come to mind for you that make you interested in a business right away when you see a pitch?
I think generally speaking, I'm going to look at 3 specific slides of your decks. Just because we get a lot of decks and we have to power through them quickly. So I'm going to look at the problem slide and see if you've articulated it in a way that makes me feel like I can relate to it. Do I buy into it? Is there a problem, a real problem that someone might be willing to come out of pocket to solve? If I get through that, I'll look at the solution slide and think to myself, does the solution actually feel plausible? I don't have to know everything about it, but does it feel plausible to me at the surface level? If I can get through that successfully, I'm going to skip all the rest of your slides and I'm going to jump down to the team, because at the end of the day, if you have a good product market fit, all I need to know is, can you execute against it as a team? And so I'm going to look at the team, and I'm going to look for not just the team members, but I'd love to see really, really credible industry advisors that give me confidence that, wow, if that individual's involved in helping guide this group, they've got something, because they've attracted the attention and support, as an advisor at least, of an individual who is industry recognizable. Just one example to give credibility: I had a prototype level pre-revenue hardware company, and we brought the former CEO of Dyson to their advisory board for them. That just changes how people perceive it. So I look at those 3 slides, and certainly if those work well, I look at the rest, but those are the 3 I focus on.
I love it. And you mentioned one thing that really kind of stands out in anything, and that's execution. So I'm going to throw this question at Laura. Laura, how important is it on execution for a startup, even when it's putting together a 2-minute pitch? What do you think a founder should focus on? Is it putting something nice and pretty together, or is it just making sure they get execute and start closing deals and showing value? What's important to you when you're going through and you see a lot of companies?
When I'm going through their deck and stuff, when they're pitching me? Yeah. Well, I'm like a huge branding person. Jeffrey knows this. So when I'm going through your deck, I'm also looking at your website. I'm checking your LinkedIn. I'm looking for consistency across the board on that side of it. But I'm big on branding, especially when, like, look, you saw all the people that pitched today. I put all those logos on a page, and you can see like how clean each logo is in your brand, right? Over another.
And that's a great point. In any of the angel investor meetings that we'll be in, when a company pitches, I will probably say that you'll see about 50, 60, 80% of the angel investors on their phone looking and doing a search for your company. And what they're looking for is, they're not just checking to see, do you have a website? They're looking to see how much you're out there. What are you doing? How are you executing on your business? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on a website? Are you selling on this platform? Are you over here? They're looking for every single thing that you can talk about, because that shows that you're marketing yourself. If they go and do a search and they can barely find anything on you, they lose interest. So I think to Laura's point, some of the things that you want to do is that every time you're going to be pitching at an event, post it. It might feel awkward that you're sharing this little bit of information like, hey, everybody, I'm going to be here. But that little bit of information carries weight in the future, because when people are searching on you, they want to show that you are really heavily behind your business. And that means that you're out there sharing that and blasting it out. And that's all branding, that's all execution. And it's key on executing all different layers of the business. Even if you are only one or you're many in your business, execution on all these little pieces make a big difference. If a question, Jeff, is I know that everybody in the world looks to the US and says, hey, I want to raise funds, I got to get in the US. They just invest in everybody. Is there a process or an area that you would recommend founders go to? Is there something like, I don't know, a government initiative or somewhere where they really do take the approach of saying, hey, we'll prototype with you, or come to Berkeley, or sign up for this accelerator? Like, is there advice that you can share that will help startups find that extra 50K that's going to come into their business? And is there any recommendations you can share, or links, or any advice you have there?
Yeah, just as way of advice, I mean, the government up north of the US and Canada, where you are, is much friendlier to supporting startups financially than we are here in the US. So you really have to work, and I'm not saying you don't have to work hard for it in Canada, of course you do, but you really have to work hard to get money here. There are grant programs. I've helped companies get, hundreds of thousands or even more, millions of dollars of grant money, which is wonderful because it's non-dilutive to other investors here in the US. But the primary recommendation I suggest to everybody is look for a strategic investor. Strategic meaning somebody who would benefit from your success. So if there is a corporation, and it's not always the case in a B2C, it's not necessarily always as easy, but if there's a corporation that could partner with you or pilot with you and give you credibility, maybe they'll give investment too, but even if they give you credibility, that will beget investment from others. I had a young startup that was doing about 4K MRR, monthly recurring revenue, and they were in the pet space. So I appreciated the pet presentation this afternoon. And they decided, instead of staying B2C, they went B2B2C, and they partnered with a very large, very recognizable, there's only 2 of them here in the US for the most part, and they partnered with one of them, did a pilot, and unfortunately for them, it was right at the time COVID happened. So all those stores were then shut down. But it was so they got no revenue out of the pilot, but they did about a little bit of work for like 3 weeks before the shutdown. And they were then, since that time, they've been able to tell everyone we partnered with this major brand. And they went from doing 4K MRR in 3 years ago, March 2020, to doing 855,000 per month. And they did over $10.5 million just in 2022, with $0 coming from the big pilot partner, but with the credibility helping them raise capital and get clients. So that would be my recommendation, is look for someone who brings you credibility that is essentially helping you punch above your weight, if I could say it that way.
I love it. No, that's well shared. And I think that gives people some juice to say, I need to be networking more. I need to find some people that I can hang out with more that can help me along my journey. And if they've got 20 years of experience in the space, that's somewhere where I need to hang out and bring them out for coffee every week until they finally click and work with us. But, send them gifts, do whatever you possibly can to work those people over, because they can be a gold mine in your leveraging your business and your model. So I love that. I'll ask one last question, and I'll throw it out to both of you. What area or what sectors do you think in the next 3 years are going to have the most visibility for investors? What are they the most interested in the next 3 years? And does that mean that people should shift their businesses, or people just need to do, as you mentioned, Jeff, find better focused investors so they don't have to worry about the fact that everybody's focusing in on ESG or whatever that might be? But what are some of the big categories you're seeing that are coming up?
I will defer to Laura and follow on, unless you want me to go first, Laura. Your choice.
I see a lot of everything. Like you could see today, I've talked to most of these people here. I really like the agri-tech space only because I don't see as much in it. So that is a pretty exciting space, at least for me. Obviously, ESG is really big right now as well. Circular economy, all that great stuff. But yeah, and the pet space, obviously, well, I have a new puppy, so I love puppies. But I always think that people spend money on puppies, animals, and also the fertility space, I think, is just a big space as well. I know that she's not here today, but I just had a conversation with her earlier. She pitched at the last event. But I think that those are the spaces I would say that are the most, that I find interesting anyways.
No, I'll follow in. I'm actually working with a circular company in the paint space. They take discarded paint and upcycle it into fine art paints. JP and Laura, you've heard me talk a little bit about this one in the past. I'm actually traveling with them to the largest art industry show in the US. I'm leaving on Saturday, so helping them out. So ESG, I think, circular economy, definitely. I happen to be a big proponent and an investor in the pet space. Personally, I'm involved in a pet startup of my own. Totally believe that. I really see a lot of cyber stuff. I think people are getting more and more concerned as more data is online. So I'm working with some interesting cyber stuff and a lot of AI. And I mean that in the real sense. A lot of people throw the AI on top of anything they're doing, but I have some, computer vision using AI to help security cameras capture more information rather than having to review hours of footage. You just program the algorithm to say, I'm looking for this. And in seconds, you can get, access to that video to what you're looking for. So stuff like that. I think cyber is definitely an area, and AI, and certainly I don't think you can have a conversation in this land of startup ecosystem without talking about ChatGPT and generative AI these days. And we're seeing new and emerging uses of that kind of technology. So that's a really, really interesting space to investors as well.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Almost every second conversation I have, they're integrating with ChatGPT. So yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And AI.
Perfect.
AI is also hot.
I love it. It's almost like everybody's integrating into Google, but at the same time, it's something that we can't get away from. And I would say from all my tests and running through and making ChatGPT my best friend is that it is very linear and it has its limitations, but I do enjoy challenging it with questions that it can't answer and trying to work around till I get an answer. But at the end of the day, it's only getting smarter and it is coming up with a lot better value. So keep playing around with it. There's a lot of good things that come out of it, and see if you can integrate your products into it. But I think from those areas you guys talked about, there are a few others that we could certainly look into that are areas that haven't found innovation yet. There's a lot changing in there. Obviously, there's a lot going on in mobility, robotics. So I think in time we'll see a lot more of those companies coming out. But in the meantime, I want to thank Jeff for joining us and for sharing your insights. Of course, Laura, for being awesome and taking care of all this and sharing your insights as well. So I think we are at the end of time, and everybody, you don't have to refocus and change. It's just modifying a little bit of how you're approaching. But always look at how you're going after the investor. But I think everybody did a fantastic job. And to Laura's point earlier, man, do the pitches get better and better every time. So I think they're all golden and they're all in great areas to look at and go further into the future. So thank you for everybody's time.